How to become a world-class e-learning narrator. I apparently can't punctuate either, but that's okay. Forgive me. I'm a voice talent.
You say
I'm a
apparently.
disorganized creative.
That's right. That's right.
It's all good. Doesn't count.
Oh,
Hi,
good.
Deborah Pryor. Where are you?
Hey, I'm here. Hello. And
Um,
my hair is kind of red.
where is she? Let's
Depending
see. I
on
can't.
the side eye.
The side eye.
I can have red hair too.
It's
Hey,
great.
everybody.
Whatever. You're beautiful. Oh, there you are. Hello. So
Hi. Hey,
nice to see
Ken. Hello.
Hello, my dear.
you. Yes. We all, this is the thing about having a virtual, we all love one another. We have so much fun together and we're like scattered to the four corners of the country. I'm in New York. Anne is in
Hey.
beautiful Boulder, Colorado. Deborah is in LA. Donna is in Magnolia, Texas.
Gosh,
And so
yeah.
this is how we meet one another. And then we are like running around all day trying to talk to each other too. But anyway, so this is about e-learning. And just want a quick reminder. I'm looking to make sure my phone isn't going to go off. It's not here. So it doesn't go off. And your phone off, Deborah,
It is.
Donna.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Here we go.
I see Donna from the nose up. Is it just me?
It's just you.
Okay. I don't know how to set my
She's
I don't
looking
know
good.
I don't know
I
how to
think
set my
because my name is at the bottom, I
probably.
was leaning forward when you said that, so maybe
Okay.
I
You know
was
what?
a
You
little
are
bit.
reminding me to, Deborah, I worked in radio in the 80s.
Mhm.
And my program director, bless his soul, was such a lush. This was the era in New York City of the two martini lunches.
Oy
So
vey.
we would have like
Ooh,
our air check
martini
session. And
lunch.
this is when the, if you're working radio, we probably have some radio people here, your boss would like play your show for you and critique you. And it's very tense, So I would sit in his office, but you knew you would never meet with him after lunch because he would like literally be sinking under his desk. He'd be so
Oh.
sloshed after lunch. So when
Ooh.
you said that, Deborah, about Donna, it brought
Uh,
back that memory.
Hey,
Oh,
Donna doesn't drink.
no, of course not. I
I
don't
was
either.
plugging in my phone and making sure it was turned off.
No, I know. Okay. So look, this is all about how to do e-learning voiceovers the right way without embarrassing yourself or getting it wrong. I want to remind you guys, we have a wonderful podcast. It's called The Great Voice Podcast. And what's cool about this podcast is I feature members of our community and I interview them. And what's we have two members that we feature in every episode, and I'm actually coaching them through a piece of copy, like in depth for like 20, 30 minutes. So if you check us out, you will get a free masterclass just by calling up our podcast. So please join us. We're going into the third season. And can you believe that?
I
Third
know,
season.
it's crazy.
We're at like, well, over 2,000 downloads. I know it's a lot, it's
And
not
I think
20,000,
I
but
was one of the first episodes.
you were
So
Deborah too. I interviewed Donna too. So it's a lot of fun, guys, and very instructional. Please check it out. Now, this is for you. If you have heard about e-learning, and we know there's a lot of voiceover beginners on, and we appreciate that. I'm going to take this from square one, but you have no idea what the heck that is or how it works. You've heard there's so much competition, so why even try? Well, look, you can do us. You just need the right person or people to explain it to you. My presentation tonight is for two types of people. So beginners are going to get proven tips to help you get started in voiceover. Experienced people get the help you need to help you go from where you are to where you guys want to be in voiceover. So my goal for this training tonight is the only way to get started in voiceover without wasting your time is to master the art of e-learning voiceover. And the only way to master the art of e-learning VO is with the e-learning masterclass for voiceover beginners. So real quick about me, because I know there's probably some new people on the line. I am the signature voice of Citibank. I was the voice of AT&T for many years. I come from a radio background. I was on the Howard Stern show back in the day, but I'm a working professional voice talent. I do voiceovers every darn day, and I've done it for over 3 decades. But I founded greatvoice.com because I love working with people and I have helped. I'm so So makes me so happy to think that I've helped launch thousands of successful careers in the over 30 years I've been doing this. I wrote a few books. One of them is Speak to Influence, How to Unlock the Hidden Power of Your Voice. The other is Voiceover Secrets Exposed. And I have been featured in major media like the New York Times, CNBC, and ABC News. Now, Anne here spent 20 years as an actress in LA. She actually was on Sex and the City for a while in an episode there. You were the stand-in for,
freezing?
right? Anne, can we hear Anne? Is she frozen, Donna?
She might
Oh,
be.
boy.
Yep, she looks frozen. She was the stand-in for Cynthia Nixon's character.
Yes.
Yes. Uh-huh.
She was.
Mhm.
And
5 years.
yes,
Yeah.
5 years you were.
Hmm.
It's wonderful, Anne.
Yes, and got to play a couple of little small roles waiting tables for the main characters, and she had that lovely very funny scene where she was at the singles meeting.
Yes,
So
but we
yeah.
can't see Anne, Donna. Sure,
Yep, she's frozen.
her camera's off too, so maybe you
No,
can.
I'm still seeing it as on. So yeah, she's definitely frozen. I'm sure. Oh, there she goes. She popped out. She'll log back in, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll see her
Yep.
in a minute. Anyway, so Anne is a wonderful. She's a real actress and a singer, and she's been doing voiceover full time since 2018. When she came to my boot camp years ago, we met in New York. She's one of the voice talents we use at Great Voice, the Great Voice Company, my production company, and has clients all over the world. She does a ton of e-learning stuff. She is a coach in our Speak to Perform voiceover club, enjoys coaching student demos for our emerging voice talent, helping them to achieve voiceover success. And she lives in the hills of Boulder, Colorado, in a beautiful, beautiful place. So, look, if this is your first time on one of our trainings, please type first time so we can welcome you. Look at this, Donna, 146 people tonight.
Yep, we're getting there. I think we'll have way more by the time we get done. Probably lots of new
Amazing.
folks. Molly
at
and Dylan,
Molly, Dylan,
Marla, Gary, so many.
Tom, Tim, and Daryl. Look at this.
Wanda,
Nina,
Kathy.
Kathy,
Yep,
Daryl
Reggie
and Shelby,
Phil.
Reggie. So welcome
Yep.
to all of you. This is our weekly spotlight training where we do a deep dive into an area of voiceover. But let's talk about AI, okay? Before we go any further. I have a lot to say about this. So people asking us all the time, is it coming from my microphone? Is there any future in voiceover? So I am collecting data on this, you guys. I'm talking to producers, I'm talking to other voice talent, and I'm just going to stop the share for a second, Donna, and look everybody in the eye. Hello, Anne. Welcome back.
Hi, sorry.
No,
I
no
dropped
worries.
out.
Oh,
Happens.
we gave
But we're
your whole
talking about-
bio, girl.
Welcome.
We bragged about you. Don't you
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
did. We did. So we're talking,
Mhm.
Anne, I just wanted to look everybody in the eye and talk about AI so people aren't afraid of this because here's what I'm hearing, you guys. So, on LinkedIn recently, a Grammy nominated producer director who he casts voiceover jobs all the time. He was saying he's tried to use AI, but it's a disaster for several reasons. The it'll first of all, he has like a giant bank of voices, so he's got to spend hours going through trying to find a voice for the project. When he does, the first line, okay, it's okay, but then the second line sounds, to quote him, like it's caffeinated cousin. So suddenly starts talking really quickly, cutting off the ends of words, not matching, can't be directed. Takes him hours to do what he said he could get done in 15 minutes with a professional voice talent. Now, that's from the voice buyer side. This is last month. Now, we have, I know, 3 or 4 people actually. One of them is Adam Werner. So Adam is an experienced audiobook narrator. He's one of our instructors here. He does audiobooks full time. He was recently hired to record a series of books, and the rights holder said to him, Adam, we're really sorry after we recorded the first book. We're going to go with AI for the remainder of the series. Adam was super busy. He goes, okay, sorry to hear it. He goes on to his next book. The guy came running back to him because the reader feedback was so bad, so horrible, and rehired Adam instantly to complete the series. The same thing happened to our student, Bob Loudermilk, on Upwork. He had a regular client that Upwork's a freelance site that was hiring him. His client went to use AI on a project. The feedback was horrible, came running back to Bob, rehired him. Same thing happened with our coach, Andy Cologne, who's on e-learning, hired to do one of his customers, went to AI, came running back to him. And I mean, do you have any other stories or Deborah that,
No, I was just saying, Andy, I think on Fiverr,
yeah,
yeah, so you had said e-learning, but
I'm sorry, it was Fiverr. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So guys, I mean, these are just a few of the stories we're hearing, but the ones that are most significant is from the voice buyers themselves, who it's more trouble for them to work with. Oh, and then there's the thing about YouTube. So YouTube, you might have heard it. YouTube content creators are now prevented from, if they want to monetize their site, make money from the ads on their YouTube channels. YouTube said you can't use AI anymore. It's like changing the whole spirit of YouTube. It's becoming this one giant AI-a-thon, and you can't make money from your page unless you use a human voice actor, unless you use human actors. Now you can use AI to create to the videos you're doing, but you have to use human beings. So that's backlash we're seeing. I mean, these are true stories, you guys. Daryl goes, imagine AI attempting a love song.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I just wanted to look you all in the eye and tell you that you don't have to worry. It's going to be okay. There's so much work for us, and here's what it looks like. So there's three major types of voiceovers, three broad categories. The one we're talking about tonight is a giant one. It's called e-learning, and I'll explain in a moment what that is. Basically, voiceovers that are not broadcast. Then you got all the ones that are broadcast, they're commercials. We all know there are maybe $400 billion spent every year on commercials that all need voiceovers. Then you got audiobooks, which is a really giant niche growing at about 25% a year. But tonight, and most of our students, many of them do all three. But tonight, our topic is e-learning. We're going to really focus in on that in this spotlight training. Is that okay with you guys? Come in the chat. Okay, if we focus on e-learning? Okay, you asked for it. Let's go. So here are the key differences. Commercials are almost always cast from auditions. Wouldn't you agree, Anne and Deborah?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the scripts are obviously short. They're commercials, 60 seconds, they're a page
Mhm.
or shorter. Audiobooks are often cast from auditions, and it's a big time commitment. Now, there are people love to do them, but you're doing a lot of reading. And
Wow.
sometimes we can't say how long, depends on the size of the book, but I would say for a 300-page book, which is kind of average, might take 50 hours to record and edit, which is great. Actors love it. It's a time commitment. But if you love to narrate, and we will have other trainings on that, people do quite well in audiobooks. Now, e-learning is cast from both demos and auditions. Would you agree, Anne and Deborah? A lot of
Yes.
those jobs are cast right from your demos, you guys. So
Yeah,
you don't even have to
yeah.
audition. And some of them are auditioned. But the scripts can vary from a few paragraphs to jobs that can take an entire year or more. So I had a student that read for a whole job for an insurance company. It took him an entire year. He made $90,000, but that's all he did for the year. I know another voice talent that read the whole something for Social Security, like it went on for like 3 years. She was sitting pretty off that one. So those jobs can be quite long. There's can be a lot of repeat business, but I would say if there was an average, maybe 20 pages, Ann and Deborah, what would you say? Is that about the average e-learning script? Shorter?
I think shorter.
Okay, 5
Yeah,
pages, 10?
Mhm.
Yeah, like maybe an hour and a half worth of narration, an hour.
Yeah,
maybe.
it all
Yeah.
depends on the training,
Yeah, what they're doing.
what they're training in and everything, but I agree with
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
I've done plenty of stuff that's maybe a page. So
Yeah, me too.
yeah.
Me too. Got you guys don't have to worry you're like not going in for the long haul here, but they can be quite long, but most of them are on the medium size. So what exactly is e-learning? It's any training, learning, or education delivered online through a computer or other digital device. I think we all know what that would be. And why you're smart to be here? Well, it is over a $316 billion niche. So this is not some little opportunity. It's a giant opportunity with thousands and thousands of jobs being cast in it perhaps every week. It's growing by over 8% a year. And it's forecast to grow to double by 2032. So, and it's obvious, why this would be useful.
Yeah.
So I love this. How big is 361 billion? So if you had 360, I reversed that. Anyway, over $300 billion, you could buy like 10 million cars at $30,000 each. That's a lot of money. So
Lot.
newcomers, here are some common mistakes. Number one, they don't have a specific demo. So this is a niche that needs its own demo. You cannot get e-learning jobs with, for example, an audiobook demo or a commercial demo. So when you come to us, we work with you on your e-learning demo. That's what we're doing. We're focusing in on getting the attention of that particular voice buyer. The second mistake is a beginner would approach this like an announcer and not an instructor. So you're guiding people to do something. It's a slightly different approach than what you might use in a commercial or an audiobook. And do you have anything you want to add to that?
Um, Even though you're an instructor, you want to keep it to a conversational style. And, it depends. Is it something one-on-one, like you're onboarding a new employee, or is it a classroom situation? And so you have to kind of adjust to to the size of copy that you're working with.
Right, exactly, in the situation. And pacing is really key. A beginner who's not trained might adapt a pacing that the learner can't follow because you're training somebody to do something and there's accompanying videos and text. So if you rush through it, they're going to get all confused and they'll turn out, or if you go too slow, they'll become bored,
Right.
right? And we've
Mhm.
all heard bad e-learning.
Oh God,
Sure.
back in the day, the training videos were horrible.
They
The
were horrible.
audio, they weren't thinking about voiceover. They weren't thinking about anything beyond just get it done.
Those film strips, right?
Oh my goodness. Having to
And it would always
listen to
break.
those things, yeah, it's
Yeah.
terrible.
Exactly. All right. Well, you should always smile, right? Well, not so fast.
Mm.
Because while some e-learning jobs are warm and friendly, others deal with serious topics like sexual harassment, fraud prevention, health and safety. Imagine training a pilot. And anything you want to say about this?
Yeah, I did.
You train
I did.
pilots?
I had a very long form job a few years ago that's lasted several months where I literally read an entire manual on how to fly a plane.
Goodness.
And I was about halfway through the job, and the director sent me an email and he's like, "When did you get your pilot's license?" And I
Oh,
said,
too
"You
funny.
don't want me anywhere near the controls of a plane." And he's like, "You're so convincing." And I said, "Well, then I've done my job."
That's so great, Anne. Excellent. So cool. I just
Mhm.
watched the old movie Airplane.
Oh God, the
Mm,
best.
It's so
The
funny.
best.
really.
We were on the floor laughing. So funny. Okay. So
And I
look,
just sat in a pilot let me sit in there on the 747, let me sit in the cockpit.
Oh,
wow.
I
cool.
know they weren't flying, but we were down.
It's so exciting.
I
It's
was in the
amazing when you look at
cockpit.
that. How do they do that?
They
Well,
have
listen, guys, the bottom line is you must make sure your tone matches the script. And
Mm.
this takes a little training, and this is what we specialize in helping you do. So, speaking of planes, how to land the plane when reading a script. And what I mean by that is appropriate inflections. You really have to match the action in the video and what you're talking about and help learners pay attention. And what would you like to add to that? Anything?
Um, helping learners pay attention is the most important thing. You've got to make it interesting, engaging, lively, without being too um, cheerleader like. You want to grab their interest um, with the material, even if it's the driest stuff in the world, as it often is.
It often is. Yep. Tax attorneys, anyone? Been there,
Compliance.
done that, train them. Deborah, anything you want to add to this?
When you said tax attorneys, I mean that this is where the acting really comes in, guys.
Yeah.
Just don't forget, you're not being you, you're being a voice actor. And so
Yeah.
that doesn't stop just because it's e-learning. Act like you know what you're talking
Feel
about.
like Anne.
That's right. That's right.
Pilot. When did you get your pilot's license? It's so
Right, right. Love that. I'm going to use that,
too.
Ann.
It's great. Okay, so how much money can an e-learning narrator make? Well, it depends on the length of the script because usually we are paid by the word. So that range and what 15 cents is pretty average if it's not edited. If you do the editing, you can be as high as 25 cents a word.
Correct.
Some people charge by the hour as well, but it's so much easier to charge by the word.
I agree.
Yeah. Easy to quote the job and easy for the customer to know how much you're going to charge. And obviously you'll have a minimum, which
Right.
might be $250, something like that. So it depends on the length of the script. It can be hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on the length. And there's a giant potential for repeat business. This type of customer is a corporate customer. Once you're their person and you've proven that you know what you're doing and you can deliver, they're going to tend to hire you again and again and again. You made their life easier. So why wouldn't they? Anne and I have been working together. So Anne came aboard the Great Voice Company when our audio production company was really growing, and Anne is the voice of for phone prompts, the voice of Express Scripts. And how long? It's been more than 25 years, right?
Oh, it's close to 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk about repeat business.
Yeah.
I've been with Citibank for over 30 years. So that's how we really make our money in voiceover. And I think e-learning is a great niche for repeat business. And some people might say 30 years from now, I'm not going to be around that long. Well, it doesn't matter. The whole point is to not just do one job for the customer, but to do one more job for the customer. Now, how do you find e-learning jobs? Well, there are 4 ways to get voiceover jobs. And here they are. Number 1, you network. Now, I teach what I call a warm letter campaign, where you are actually reaching out to friends and associates. It works extremely well. One of our students, Lisa Roberts, got her first job that way. 10 scripts, e-learning scripts for teaching young children, that's her thing. She loves working with
From a
kids
letter alone, right?
from a letter alone to her network. Auditions on the pay-to-play sites, the subscription services like voices.com, Voice123, the freelance sites like Fiverr and Upwork, or direct marketing, a list of leads. Those are the 4 ways to get voiceover jobs. And